Good morning. I just want to say a big, big welcome to all of you who are here today with us in the center and those of you who are online with us. We're very grateful that you're here with us today. And I'd just like to welcome each person here and certainly would like to welcome Susan, who is going to help us with an opening song.
Thank you, Marilyn. Good morning. So I'd like for you to sing along with me as we go through this song, and you kind of pick up on some key words. It's a Ricky Byers song. It's called "More of Who We Are." I've done it with you a couple times, so it's pretty simple. I think by the time we get halfway through it, you guys will be pros. Okay. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are. Let's try that again. So it's I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are, more of who we are. I will touch you with my soul. I will touch you with my soul, soul to soul. Let us touch again, and then may we become more of who we are, more of who we are, more of who we are. I'll meet you silently. I will meet you silently. Let's breathe as one, and then may we become more of who we are. I can hear you, but you're so quiet. More of who we are. I will meet you with my heart, heart to heart. Let us meet again, and then may we become more of who we are. More of who we are, more of who we are, more of who we are. Thank you.
My mic. Thank you so much, Susan, being with us. For those of you at home, I'm sure you noticed Susan the Smurf at some point in the middle there. I don't know if you noticed it here. She went completely blue for a minute. Oh my goodness. So welcome, Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for being here. Blessings to all of you. We come together each week to transform our world. And by our world, I mean the space where we're in to the further expanding space. So we have many people that make it possible. We have people running tech, people who are making sure the bookstore's going. We have some folks in the kitchen making sure that we have stuff ready afterwards. And we always have our practitioners, except for last week, who are here to help make things happen. For those of you who may or may not know, we were away with the practitioners. We had 21 of us up in Pecos, and it was a beautiful, wonderful experience. It was a lot of fun. And so I'm just grateful for everyone that went. And today we have Marilyn O'Leary leading us in prayer, and we have Marilyn Kirk, who is doing our vision and mission and readings. Or who's leading us in prayer? Oh, Talia's leading us in prayer? Okay, not the two Marilyns. Okay, good. Talia's leading us in prayer. Okay, sorry about that. And so I'm truly grateful for that. So Talia, you want to come forward and lead us in prayer?
I might look a little bit like Marilyn. No. Well, we're all alike in spirit, right? Because we are in the oneness, in the divineness of our own inheritance. And that inheritance is love. We come from love. We were created in love to be a part of that divine spirit, to create as the creator or creatress in us. And so we gather here this morning at the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living in that same spirit of love and creativity, coming together to share in spirit that oneness in this place that we so dearly call our spiritual home, yet while knowing that home is within us. It is what we create. And so to everyone here, online, on Facebook, in person, we say welcome. Welcome to join with us and to grow with us, be with us, and share with us your beauty and your spirits. So as we open this service, please say with me, and so it is. Thank you.
Much. So as we begin today, I just want to anchor us in what we teach here at Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living, which is the science of mind, and it's anchored in the principles of that and New Thought, ageless wisdom, because the wisdom of the ages is what's come together to create what we have come to call science of mind. So basically, we can distill it down to 4 basic things, at least that helps us get a grounding. And the first one is that there is only one universal power. We know it by different things, but there's only one. Secondly, thought's creative. So when we think things, it makes a difference in our lives. So we try to be careful about how we use our brains, how we use our feeling into things. We try to avoid those things that really get us tied up inside. We believe that everything in life is an expression of love or a call for love. So it doesn't always look nice, doesn't always look clean, but that's what it is. And finally, we believe that each one of us, each one of you, me, we're all whole, perfect, and complete just as we are. There's nothing to be added. There might be a few things we want to let go of, but there's nothing to be added. So we're grateful that you have chosen to be with us today, to celebrate, to be involved with this perfect, wonderful day. And I especially want to welcome anyone who's here with us today for the second time. Anybody here with us for the second time this morning? No brave people for the second time. The third time? We got a third time? What's that? Oh, there we go. Okay. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Anybody with us for the first time today? Any newcomers today? All right. So we're a combined group. Everybody's home where they need to be today. That's wonderful. So if you're new with us online, we just appreciate you as well. And please let us know. Go to our website and give us a little information so we can let you know more about what's going on. And so right now, we're going to invite Marilyn forward to lead us in our vision and mission statement. And perhaps a reading?
Yes, indeed. Actually, I'd like to have everybody stand while we do this vision and mission. Just want you to participate in what's going on here. So our vision is transforming our world with power of love in action. And our mission is loving all creation through spiritual growth and service Whoops. Always to our highest self. That was a trick. Okay, thank you. You be seated. See if you remember. So I wanted to add my welcome to this spiritual community. And I found this reading in, I don't know about you, but I keep some of my old Science of Mind magazines, and there's always good to kind of go back and reread stuff. And this one is actually from 2010. So this is about spiritual community, which is what we are. The Dalai Lama has said that he is aware that people relate to him because of who he is. Yet, he hoped that is not the only reason he is treated so respectfully. We can relate to people because we are all part of the human community. It is a bond we all share, and that bond is enough to give us a sense of warmth and dignity. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, wrote, "Great things are done by people who think great thoughts and then go into the world to make their dreams come true." One way to do this is to serve. There are great gifts in serving. Dr. Michelle Medrano has written that the real gift in serving is connection. It dissolves separation. It erases what she calls spiritual amnesia, a condition where we forget that we are one. Most of us are familiar with the story of the Good Samaritan who stopped to aid a stricken traveler. Yet if he had not made this decision to serve, we would never have heard of him. When we serve others, we are serving God, our spirit, and ourselves. And as St. Francis reminds us, it is in giving that we receive. Every one of you has a gift to share, whether it's time, listening, mentoring, shopping, visiting someone at home who's shut in, are only a few of the gifts that we can offer. I'm certain that everyone who's reading this particular part knows someone who needs a loving hand. And why not offer it? In the words of David Spangler, I'm called to be my brother's keeper, not for religious, moral, or ethical reasons, but because we share an extended body together. We are all one. And with that, I believe it is time for Susan to offer some additional special music for us today. Thank you, Susan.
Thanks, Marilyn. That's good. It's so quiet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I get that a lot. Well, speaking of graceful, I think I'll remain seated. Seems like the best plan. I'm going to do a song for you by Jan Garrett and J.D. Martin. And this song is called Already Home. Great day in the morning, starting at dawn, bringing the blessings of angels and singing a song, spreading our wings in a fresh dream, the wind's at our back as we sail away. And wonder by wonder as we go, we're already home, already home. It feels like an excellent journey before we begin. Perfect strangers befriend us and welcome us in, opening up in a fresh breeze. The weight of the world is falling away, Joy is a revelation, the path and the destination, and that's all that I need to know. The advantage from the start is that home is where the heart is, and there's no place love cannot go. There's no place love cannot go. No. Following a leader inside and expecting the best. The world shows up for the party, and we are the guest. Every breath is a fresh start. We open our hearts and we get carried away. And wonder, I wonder as we go. You know we're already home. Already home. We come upon our demons guarding the gates of freedom, and they offer a word to the wise. And our old friend the shadow, he's been with us from the get-go. He's just another ally in disguise. Ooh, yeah. It's a great day in the morning, starting at dawn. Did dawn start earlier or later today? I don't know. Bringing the blessings of angels and singing a song. Spreading our wings in a fresh dream, the wings at our back as we sail away. And wonder by wonder as we go. And wonder by wonder as we go. We're already home. Already home. Thank you. Oh, good luck.
Go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So we are, in fact, today talking about home. Home. So first, I'd like to share a couple of concepts that some of us may share about home. One of them is home is where you can say anything you want. You know why? No one pays attention anyway. And Robert Frost said, home is the place where when you have to go there, they have to take you in. They don't have a choice. Well, I think Marilyn's reading when she touched on the Good Samaritan is really a powerful thought around this idea of home. Because I don't know how familiar you are with the story, but the Samaritans were the outcasts. They were the people that were not integrated into the rest. And the Samaritan decided to step in and help when someone was by the road, whereas several other people had already passed by. And so he created home right there. He decided to make it home, to make the space the place of being held and embraced. And that's a choice that we get to make. That's a choice we get to make. When we think about home and what it means, at least for me, I think of safety. I think of consistency. I think of a space that is where I can get sustenance and warmth and sometimes a kick in the pants, right? A place where I can grow, where I can change, where I can be challenged to be more of who I am. And then, when we're little and we have home, for me, it's that idea that you always have that place you go back to. And there comes that time when you have to go home, right? When somebody's calling you, you must come home now. And you don't fully appreciate what it is and that you have this place you can go, but now you're forced to go there. Well, sometimes we hang on to that as we get older. And we, I think, still struggle with this idea of whether or not we are going home of our own accord or whether we feel like we must go. And often, I think how many of you had the experience of, well, let's see, we're coming up on Thanksgiving. There's a family Thanksgiving and you're going to go, right? Okay, shaking heads, no, I love it. But we've had the time when we felt like we had to, we needed to. And there's that thing. And why is that? Why does that change sometimes? Why does what was once home feel like it's not really where we want to be? We've outgrown it. I think that's very true. Often we have outgrown it. Has anyone done anything wrong necessarily? No. It's just a shift. It's just a change. In order for us to be somewhere where we can find that place where we can grow and we can do things, sometimes we have to move on. Sometimes we're held back by that connection that we hold. So how does all that pertain to spiritual home, spiritual community? Well, it's somewhat similar. Certainly when we find ourselves searching for a spiritual home, we're searching for safety at some level, where we feel good, we feel like it's okay, where we can grow, where we can be around people that we feel comfortable with. But when are we really home? When do we really feel home? Is it we're in a particular place? No. Is it when we're with a particular group of people? Is it when we feel comforted? Perhaps we have something going on and someone is there to comfort us. Is it a time when we feel challenged? Does it feel like home sometimes when someone is willing to step up to us and go, let's talk about this? I think you might have missed a beat somewhere in there. Let's see what we can find. Is it somewhere where we just plain feel accepted? Even though we may get challenged, we feel accepted. And I think all of those things flow into this idea of a spiritual home. And so I was thinking about all of that, and I was thinking about community. And I've had the experience, and I don't know about you, but I've had the experience where I've walked in somewhere and said, I'm home. This is home. And can I tell you exactly what it means? No. I can't really, because it's just a feeling. It's just a sense that I have. And the sense is that there is love, and that love is stronger than anything else. that there is caring and it's bigger than anything else, that I will be accepted and it doesn't matter what else is true. It doesn't matter how much I've judged myself, how much I felt that I am off base. I know that I'm going to be accepted in that place. It's a beautiful thing when we get to walk into our spiritual community and feel that. It's a gift. It truly is. And it's a gift we give to one another. And it's a gift we offer to those who are yet to find it. Because home really is not so much a place, but in the words of James Baldwin, it is an irrevocable condition. It just is. It just is. So I think of when we create community, we create a space of home. We create a life. And the community itself shares a life. You know, we all have our separate things. We all have our places we go, but there's something about the life of the community where people are involved together. And there is the things we accomplish together, the things we get to create together and see what happens together. I will tell you that last weekend, there were some incredible creations made from pasta and marshmallows and gumballs and straws. Yes. Yeah. The infamous practitioners created beautiful spiritual community right out of those items. But that's part of being in community. That's part of building a community together, is that we take what's there and we create with it, and we can have fun with it, and we can see the possibility in it. And we grow. We grow as individuals. We grow in our understanding of how we treat each other. We grow in how we look at the world around us. And as a community, we grow in our depth, in our ability to love, and hopefully we grow in our ability to accept one another and to accept anyone that walks in. And I think the way we do that is because as a community, we must step into compassion. We can't have a community without compassion. We can't be in a place of life, in a place of working together, in a place of being together without compassion. Anybody here not needed compassion recently? Isn't there always that space where you realize, oh, you know, if somebody really, really came at me with what they see, I would be in trouble. Because I need someone that's going to say, okay, I love you in spite of yourself. And in community, that's what we do for each other. Not that we ignore everything, but there are those times when we give people a chance to get to the place where they're ready to move. We hold them in compassion while they're finding their way. That's what we provide, that container. And that's what I believe home is about. That's what we create. And here at Rio Grande, we are a community. And we are creating a home. And we each have the opportunity to play a part in that. We each have the opportunity to take advantage of feeling compassion, to take advantage of being in a position of holding someone else in their moment of needing to be held up. We have the opportunity to walk with one another and to simply love one another. And when we do that, we create a space that when someone walks through those doors, or someone walks through those doors, or someone simply meets us at Costco, they know that they've run into family. They know they've run into home. They've run into a place that loves them. They've run into a community. And we get to hold that space. And I think it's a privilege, and it's an honor, and it's a challenge. How hard is it to hold yourself in that? And I think that's one of the things we talk about in Science of Mind so much is dealing with ourself. And it's because ourself is where it all starts. And if I can't hold myself in that compassion, if I can't hold myself in that space of being warm and embraced and loved, then I struggle with holding you in that. I struggle with being a part of a community that does that, because when other people do that to me, I feel it feels wrong because I can't do it for myself. And so what I'm inviting us to do is to build a home starting right here. And lean on the community and the home that we have here to support you when that's hard, or when you don't see the way to do it. You know, there's lots of ways that we learn together. We have classes and education, and we have music that draws us into it, and we have a time to gather together here, and we have special events, and we have dinners, and all different things, and they all invite us into a space of finding how to love ourselves enough, how to hold ourselves enough in that space of home that we can be at home. I always like the song that I love myself so much. I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. Right? So we start here, and then it grows. And then as we hold those others, they hold us, and it just creates a space. And we get to take this space that we've created, this space of love, this space of joy, this space of home, and open it up to whoever else has a need for home, whoever else wants to be a part of our home. And so I invite us to just be open to all of that. And I think with that, I could say more, but I don't think it would be very helpful. I really think we just need to anchor this idea together. So I'm going to invite practitioners and ministers, whoever, to surround the room. And we do that simply to symbolize the way we're always held, the way Spirit is holding us, the way we always have this community which is there. So we take this moment to be in prayer, and we allow ourselves to know the truth of who we are. Each one of us is a brilliant emanation of the one life, the one love. There's no way to separate us from that. There's no way that you can be other than. For there is only Spirit, there is only God, there is only Allah, there is only whatever we call it happening. And so this power of the universe resides so fully in each one of us that we anchor love, we anchor home right where we are. We anchor compassion, we anchor joy, we anchor embracing. So I know that there is nothing that any of us needs to do to become better. And I'm declaring right now that all that there is for us to allow ourselves to be who we are, to allow ourselves to be better, if you will. Allow ourselves to step into the wonder of who we already are. And as we do that for ourselves, we begin to do that for our community. And as we do it as a community, we begin to do it for the larger community. And it continues to expand and expand and expand until we are truly embracing the world. We're embracing the cosmos. We are holding it all. So I give thanks for this. I give thanks for each and every one in the circle. I know that wherever there is tribulation, wherever there is trouble right here and right now, we are holding the truth that there is one life underneath it all. Whether there is the appearance of war or conflict, where there is persons with their bodies breaking down, we know that in fact their spirits cannot break down, that there is only life. And so we are holding them as if they are home with us. So I give thanks for this time. I give thanks for this understanding of life. And I bless each and every one as we grow into the fullness of who we are, as we accept the fullness of who we are, and as we accept all of those who cross our paths in the fullness of who they are. So I just allow this word to be, knowing that it is already done. And I say, and so it is. So for those of you joining us online, you get to participate with us now as we, as a community, share in sharing our time, our talents, and our treasure. And so many of us have already demonstrated all of those things. And it's just an opportunity to stand in the truth of that right now. And see, what we're showing here is that our screen is not wanting to demonstrate its willingness to share itself with us. So we have the opportunity to share our gifts, and those gifts allow us as a community to hold the physical space and also to hold the space of our love and care as it moves out into the community. And so I appreciate all of you. There are ways to give by text, by online through our website, And of course, in person, you're invited to bring your gifts to the baskets here. So thank you. Oh, I didn't share our prayer, did I? But we didn't have a screen with a prayer. So I can blame it on that, right? And that, is it there yet? No, the screen is there, no prayer. Oh my gosh. So this is just to remind us of who we really are, right? So it says, I am abundant, and I give from my abundance. I am prosperous, and I give from my prosperity. I am blessed, and I give from my blessings. My blessings of spirit are as abundant as the stars, and so I give and receive generously. So it is. I give and receive generously.
Another summer day has come and gone away, Paris and Rome, but I want to go home. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. I want to go home. Oh, I miss you, you know. And I've been keeping all the letters that I wrote to you, each one a line or two. I'm fine, and how are you? I would send them, but I know that it's just not enough. My words were cold and flat, and you deserve more than that. Another airplane, another sunny place. I'm lucky, I know, but I want to go home. I've got to go home. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are, and I want to come home. Sometimes I feel just like I'm living someone else's life. It's like I just stepped outside and everything was going right. And I know just why you could not come along with me. This was not your dream, but you always believed in me. Another winter day has come and gone away, and even Paris and in Rome, I want to go home. Won't you let me go home? And I'm surrounded by a million people, but sometimes I still feel all alone. Oh, let me go to the place where I feel at home. Let me go home. Let me go home. I'm already home. Whenever I walk through those doors and I see your smiling faces and I enjoy your warm embraces, I know I'm truly home. Home is where the heart is. It all starts right here. There's no place like home. Thanks.
the sharing of these gifts, of this treasure, we acknowledge the sharing of our talents. And I hear talents in the audience that are creeping out quite beautifully. And I know that we all have different talents that we share. And there's so many people that share of their time and just do whatever. It's not always pretty, but they just do it. So I'm grateful for all of it. And we just accept these gifts knowing that they support the process. They help us maintain all that we need to maintain, that we may joyfully and easily be community and reach into our community with love. And so it is. So I'd like to remind us that every Sunday, practitioners are particularly available, because we're all here anyway, for a short prayer. And they will congregate up here on the side. And there's a space for you to come and get a prayer and just anchor whatever's going on for you right now. So we invite you to be a part of that. So thank you so much for doing that. We also have the prayer box in the back, so you can write something out if that's more comfortable, or if that seems to be the right thing, and we can continue to pray for it during the week for you. Those of you who are online, there is a way to put in your prayer request through the website, I believe. Yes, there is. Okay, good. We've been working on that, on various aspects of that website. And so, I believe it's your turn. Birthday. Oh, is it birthday day? Today's the first Sunday, isn't it? Today's the first Sunday. Okay. And it's November. How many November birthdays do we have today? Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Let us sing to you. Oh my gosh, we put him on the spot, didn't we? All right, Susan's going to lead us in this. Day to you.
Happy birthday.
Sure. Day to you. All right. All right, so we're gonna ask one thing. What are you claiming this year?
What am I claiming?
Yep. What are you claiming this year for your birthday?
You are putting me on the spot, aren't you? What am I claiming for my birthday? My book comes out, and I'm claiming my book.
As a success?
As
Okay, as a success. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you so much.
What's the name of your book? It's called Ishbam, and it actually talks about going within and figuring out who we are.
There you go.
The best versions of ourselves.
All right. Thank you.
Well, who knew we had a author in the house? I know we have several authors, but congratulations. We'll look forward to that happening. So what a joy it's been today to be able to celebrate together as a family, as we are at home in this community. And don't forget to take advantage of the prayer that's offered by our practitioners up here next to the window. We'd like to invite everyone to join us for food and community. You have to go back through that door over there that's by the kitchen and into our social hall. And so we have, I believe, do we have some announcements today? Oh, Mike is going to do the announcements. Would you like to come up and join us? And after that, we will have our benediction and a closing song.
Thanks, Kevin. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you again. So, as most of you know, we have I kind of call it an orphan's Thanksgiving, but it's a Thanksgiving here at the center. Starts at noon on Thanksgiving. So you can come to ours and then go to your family's one if you want to, or not, whatever you want to do. But so in terms of contributions, I'll do a turkey, and I think Michael and Miguel are going to do a second turkey. We don't have as many people this year, but I still think it's better to have more than less. So if someone else would like to step up and volunteer to make a third turkey, the main dish will be covered, and then we just need sides and desserts. And we'll have a sign-up sheet in the coming weeks where people can sign up to contribute that. And it's always just a really great time. So hope to see you there. Thank you.
So we're actually going to have the sign-up sheet right after church today. It's sitting in Michael's email, and he's going to get it out for us, and you can sign out. Mike and Miguel, it does say turkey 2, and then it's got Michael McPherson's name by it, but that doesn't mean you are a turkey. It just means you're contributing the turkey. So I wanted to clarify before you saw that. On second thought, we have a workshop coming up next weekend on aging, and that's going to be presented by Darlene Hess and the magnificent Marilyn O'Leary.
Thank you. Wow. Well, thank you to all of you who have already signed up for the workshop. It's going to be very exciting. It's called The Truth About Aging. I recently read a book that explained that our positive thoughts about aging can increase our longevity 8 years and our health. That's research-based. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about ageism. Darlene and I are. This is this coming Saturday. But the title of the talk, we were going to call it Aging and Ageism. Reverend Gill said the truth about aging. I don't even know if you remember that, but it was like, yeah, what's the truth about aging? That's that we know the spiritual truth about aging. We know what our real age is. And so we're going to talk about that, but not just talk about it. I'm going to work on that from the point of view of it's not just thinking positively, it's believing. So we're going to work on some affirmations, how you get to affirmations that you really believe, what affirmations are all about, how do they work? Because they really do work, and I want to show you that. And the whole point of this is to share what we know. Darlene is a wonderful nurse and academic, and she knows a lot about the effects of aging. She's going to talk about that. But the bottom line is that it's going to be about how to change your thinking and really how to change your life. So please sign up. You can sign up on the website, rgcsl.org. There's some flyers in the back. And if you have questions about anything, just talk to me and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And I hope to see a bunch of you there. It'll be fun. It's Saturday from 1 till 4:30 this Saturday. So come.
You're not missing Norm, are you, right? He blew you off he's in Disney World today, or Disneyland, whatever's in Florida with his wife. So, that's how important we are. Anyways, so only 2 other announcements, because everything else is in your bulletin. You can read it. So the poetry workshop will be going on again next Sunday. I went to it a couple weeks ago. I actually wrote a poem, sent it out to everybody who was there. It was really cool, very generative, a lot of fun, very creative, and they really got some good stuff going on around where that may go envisioning. So it's the last scheduled one. It'll be after church, probably around 12 noon, and Lou Similori and other of our leaders will be there. Finally, Michelle's Giving Tree. Tia and Michael, I didn't forget you. I have a sign-up form after church. So it's still in Michael's email, but he'll get it out. And so it's starting. We are partnering with one school this year. We're going to do somewhere between 25 and 30 people. God bless Pat Scanlon, because she's not actively involved, but she's really actively involved in advising me from the sidelines. So we're going to do it. We're going to do 25 to 30 kids and parents. We're doing just one school this year. And it's a really deserving school, and there'll be more details. Over the next couple of weeks, I signed up to lead this thing, and then I realized I'm gone for a number of weeks. So we need somebody next week to get up and remind everybody and do an announcement. The following Sunday, Fred Snoy, yay, Fred. Fred's going to do the announcement, and he's going to be one of the stewards by the tree to make sure you don't just take a random ornament. And yeah, no organ. Yeah, okay. Okay. Gil, you have me doing too many things this morning. Thank you. Okay. So the following week, we'll actually have the tree up and the ornaments ready to go. And we need 3 people by the tree. Tia and Michael, you got to make sure they got to sign up and, leave us their name and phone number so we don't lose the stuff there. And Sherry, I'm coming to you two first. I had a couple people who already volunteered to help, so I'll find you first and get you all signed up. But we need announcements, and we need stewards at the tree. And then we're going to make the ornaments on Wednesday, November 16th, and to have them ready for the Sunday, the 20th. So any of you who can join us, I'll be coming around. I will get every single one of you, and it'll all be good. And Michael will be carrying around the Thanksgiving, and so we can start to get people signed up for that. Okay, thanks.
Got you. All right. So we come together in gratitude, in love, and thanksgiving for the beautiful blessings and inspiration the heart and the reminders of who we are and where we are, that we are really always home when and may we remember to be home and to share the love that we have and that we are, and the blessings and the gifts with which we are endowed, with which we are created, with which we have been charged to share in our life. And so I declare in this community of home, of love, of oneness, that we are united in compassion and in sharing in all of the ways that we do. And so I say thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the flowering in this home of our hearts here at the Rio Grande Center for Spiritual Living. So please say with me, and so it is. Thank you.
And if you feel like it, please stand. I meant to have the lyrics on the screen. I didn't quite get there, so I'm going to do a quick rehearsal with you. Just so if you're able, please stand. This is a Janice Stanfield song. It's called I Am One. I'm just going to go over the chorus. And if you don't get anything but the chorus, that's just perfectly fine. And the chorus is like this. I am one. We are one. Like the rays of the sun. Let's just try that. I am one. We are one. Like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one. We are one. Okay, you got it? All right, it's going to come up a couple times. Here we go. I'm just a spoke in the wheel, one grain of sand, but it feels so right to be right where I am. One little part of a much bigger plan, and And the longer I'm here, the more I understand. Here we go. I am one. We are one, like the rays of the sun, when it's all said and done. I am one. We are one. I'm just one drop of rain that falls from the sky, that runs to a stream, then the ocean by and by. And I could do worse than to give myself up on the crest of a wave in this ocean of love. Like you mean it, I am one. I am one. We are one, like the rays of the sun. When it's all said and done, I am one. We are one. Nicely done. You're hired. You're all hired. Happy Sunday.